In today's session, I'm going to take you through how to warm up potential clients with the call setter process. Now, we do recommend that you go through this first. It's not a cold call. It is a warm-up call because they have opted into your ads. Now, you will hear me repeat this many times over because I do get some people that are ridiculously slow and stupid, but that's not you because you're with me. But they think that because they've seen an ad and they're opting in, they think that's a cold call. It's not a cold call. It is a inbound call. It's a warm potential call. Of course, they're new to you, so it'll be a little bit more colder than a consultation call, but you're just basically setting up more consultation calls. You're maximizing. You're not leaving any cash on the table. Now, this is something that can be done for you. We can do this for you. We can bolt it on, and our team will call and nurture all your leads for you. Pretty cool, right? But look, where we are in the system, as in we've got an ad running into our one piece of content. We've got leveraging all of our socials into one piece of content, and we're collecting a client list of email addresses and phone numbers. And so we can manually call, right? We can message and we can call them up to get them into a consultation cell. Now, you can, if you start to get good, go straight from a setter call straight into buying your program. Now, we have had clients doing that before. Now, of course, it depends on your skill, and as you practice more, it becomes much easier. We get a lot of clients that go like, it's really changed my relationship with this because you're doing loads of market testing. You're seeing where your clients are at. There's loads of marketing available, as in loads of information available, so you can get better at the process. And I promise you, I've done it. It gets you really strong. It's a very good process. Remembering in today's world, right? You got two views. Some people are going to go like, oh, you're hassling me because you're calling. But a high percentage are going to be like, oh my God, they're going to be shocked that you called them because they're like, oh my God, this person actually cares. And so you got two views. You got, is it a hassle, or actually does this person give a shit about the fact that they've seen your stuff online, they've downloaded, and you went and called them to check that you got it. And then you got a bit of deep dive into them, had a little bit of a touch point, set them up on a consultation sale. That is massive personal, right? So that's how we roll. It's all about standing out in the crowd. And I promise you, it's a super cool process. Now, again, we're in one ad, right? Here's a landscape view. Leverage any social media following into that one piece of content, into the consultation sale. And we're basically outreaching. And because they haven't booked that sale yet. They haven't booked the consultation session for free yet. And so we're checking out, have they got the guide? All right. And then we're building rapport, building trust, and being someone that gives a shit, right? That actually cares. Now, I went walking with one of my friends recently, and he was like funnel hacking, and one of our team members called him 8 times, and he was like, by like the 7th, I felt so guilty, and then I was so impressed that she persisted that long that I was like, wow, I've got to get on the phone. So I promise you, there's always a different view. In today's world, most people think in the online space, you opt in and no one really cares. We're going to go the other way. When everyone else is not doing something, we're going to do it. Again, we can do this for you. All right, it's something that we operate really highly on, so we can do it for you. Again, if you want to be more of a structured businessman or businesswoman, and you're looking at strategic, of course, this is something you're going to get outsourced, and we can do that for you. Signature program, percentage, building into a client list, which is your asset. Let's go, 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 go. Remembering the call strategy, they've seen an ad, or you've been organic marketing. Client put their details in to get the free guide. All right, and a percentage of them will book straight away. All right, a percentage of them will book a strategy call with you straight away, and a percentage do not book straight away. A percentage of them will not book a strategy call with you. All right, obviously the ones that have booked, right, you get a potential chance to close them using the closer process, sell them into your program. However, the ones that do not, on the right-hand side, you can call them and check they have the guide. Right? This is the process. Remember, this is not a cold call, please. Cold call is defined as someone that hasn't opted in. They have opted in. They put their details in. They just haven't booked a call straight away. And you go, well, why haven't they? I know, it's annoying. It's frustrating. It is what it is. They're not all ready. You didn't do it straight away either. Remember, your buying process, you probably put your details in. You forgot about it. You carry on with your life. We called you, etc. We do the same process, okay? So now either take them through a closer consultation call right there, or set a time later that suits you and them. That is the process. That's what we're going to be covering. And this is the frameworks of which you can use. So what you're going to get from today's session, why the set a call process is so powerful, what is the set a call process, how to do the set a call process, how to do a reminder text, how to do follow-up, what this means for your future, tasking to complete now. Okay, so why the call setter process is so powerful. The online space has lost trust. You build trust quicker by speaking to your client. The quicker you call a potential client, in that moment they download your HVG, a high percentage of them will be shocked because you come across as someone who cares. Speed to lead, the speed in which you contact that lead, if you wait more than 3 days, they won't remember who they are. They will forget they have downloaded your HVG. So the quicker you do this, the easier it becomes to potentially get a client to purchase from you. So this is a game changer in the online space. The majority are lazy and sit back. That's not going to be you. You're proactive. The majority just wait for clients to book a call. A percentage will and a high percentage won't. The more proactive you are here, the more you will outperform your competition. The more personalization you can create, putting your own personalization, your own personality into this, the better you become at it. The more you will outperform your competition. And so this is an important note, as always, this is not a cold call. You cannot say, oh, this is a cold call. I don't want to do cold calls. It's not a cold call. They opted in, okay? They opted into your funnel. It's not a cold call. A cold call is defined as a non-opt-in client. So in today's market, a cold call is if you bought an online, data forum and people, you bought someone else's data and then you called them. That's a cold call. All right. Today, they've seen an ad or you leverage socials. They are now in your ecosystem because they downloaded your HVG. It's not a cold call. Okay. You're only calling a client who has seen your ad and have opted in for your free download. You are calling warm potential clients. Okay. So what is the call setter process? What is a setter call? A quick call to check they were able to access what they wanted. That's it. All right. As close to when they have downloaded your HVG or opted into your webinar, the same concept. It's a human to human, upbeat, touch point, quick to the point. A quick call to check if they've actually been able to access the HVG/webinar. Right. Then in that moment, you're talking about the opportunity to assess the quality of the client. So it's also very good marketing and practice to see if your message is aligned. If a lot of people aren't booking, that means that your message is not strong enough. One more time. If a lot of people aren't booking, it means that you need to get better at the messaging. All right. You need to get better at understanding your client's problem. Our system always works. It always works. We can guarantee potential clients. However, if you're not very good at understanding your client, you're going to have to get better at doing that. Okay, so what is the setter call goal? It's a simple 3-step process to warm up a potential client. In that quick call, you check if they have been able to access what they wanted. Then you're assessing the quality of the client. Assess if they are the right fit for your consultation process. So this is what we call a 2-step close. All right, assess if they're a great client or not. Right, assess the messaging of your ad and HVG is attracting the right sort of clients, and you're assessing if you could indeed close them in that moment onto your program. Again, all right, one more time. If a lot of people aren't booking, it means the quality of your message is not strong enough. So you need to get better. So this is a very important part of the process because this will give you the market feedback that you need. So imagine this. All right, you downloaded a free guide online or opted into to watch a webinar, right? Then someone called you in the same moment or as close to you putting the details in, and then your phone rang and you had a really quick call with that person in the moment. It was upbeat, exciting, and it went a little like this. All right, it went a little like this. Imagine you just put your details in, you're sitting there online, right? You put your details, phone number, email, and you're going to get this free guide. And then in that moment, you saw your phone ringing and you're just like, oh, hey, Jan, this is Ed calling from Champion Academy. Just wanted to check if you were able to access the document that you wanted. You're going to be like, oh my God, Ed, thank you for calling me. That's so kind in today's online space. I didn't think anyone was actually there. And it's like, yeah, just a call. So what was the biggest problem that you were having? And we had this like little upbeat, friendly chat. And then you were like, oh yeah, thank you for doing that. And I was able to then go, well, just a heads up, I do have some free consultation spots available this coming week. If you wanted to jump on, we could go into a deeper dive. And you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. So that's all it is, all right? It would be pretty cool, right? In that moment, if you're able to connect with someone that cared enough to put that sort of effort into wanting to help you solve your problem. Cool, right? That's the whole process. It's the same for both the HVG or the webinar opt-in. Obviously, we start with the HVG. We get your HVG funnel working. That's what section 1.2 is all about. We've got to get that working first. So we've got to make sure that the HVG funnel is working before we go to the webinar. If your HVG funnel doesn't work, it means that your webinar won't work, right? So we've got to get the HVG working effectively before we move to the webinar. As I said, this is the same process for the HVG download or your webinar opt-in. It's the same, okay? Once your offer is dialed in and your automated webinar is dialed in, you can get other people to do this for you, but not until your message is very aligned and you're very clear on your client's problem. This is called outbound warm calls. Obviously, we have a team of people doing this. You can do this at a later stage and get other people to do it for you when your message is aligned, when your sales are coming through, when your cash flow is positive. This is not a cold call because they have seen an ad. And you think, Ed, why do you keep on saying that? Because regardless of how many times I say it, sometimes people still try and label it as a cold call because they're idiots. And so I don't want you to be that person, right? Because you're not. Obviously, you're intelligent because you bought this program. And obviously, you trust me and the process. So you realize it's not a cold call by now. So anyway, how do you do the call setter process? How to do the call setter process? Every day, look at your opt-ins, double dial your opt-ins every day, which means that you double dial. You do one dial and then you do another dial straight away, because a high percentage of people will pick up the second. If they see a number calling and then they see the same number calling, they'll pick up the second time. Just work through your list as it builds. Call them twice, then send a text. The reason you want to call them twice, a higher percentage will pick up the second time. It's what we call a double dial. So here is the call setter process. Step 1, you open the frame. Step 2, assess the situation. Step 3, call to action. That's it. 3-step process. Very simple. So open the frame looks like this. All right, hello, their name. Hello, Jan. All right, this is Ed calling from Champion Academy. Just a quick call to check you got your free, the 3 reasons why you haven't got enough clients. I saw you recently download it. I just wanted to check you got it okay. That's it. All right, upbeat, open frame. All right, quick, excited, straight to the point. Assess the situation. So what did you think of it so far? Right, that's it. If they say yes, have you got any specific questions related to it? I have got it. Any specific questions related to it? If they say no, like I haven't got it, no worries. Would you like me to send you another link to make sure you get it? Inject a quick explanation of what they will get from it related to the outcome to hook their attention. No worries. Would you like me to send you another link to make sure you get it? Just a reminder, it's the reason why you haven't been able to get enough clients and how to fix it. Right, that's it. So it's just a reminder really of the title that should have hooked them in the first place. Just wondering, why did you want to download it in the first place? Assess the problem they have. You're just like quick, sharp, straight to the point. All right. Step 3, call to action. If they are an ideal client, go through the full closer process or set up a consultation call for a later stage. Now you might be in a situation where you have a call and then they realize there's some good value. They've got the time and you can do a deep dive consultation session right there and then close them on your program as per the closer process, right? It sounds like there's a lot going on right now. If they don't have time for that, what you're going to do is set up a second stage so that they have time to fully give to this process, because remembering you're interrupting them with that phone call. They put their details in and then you've called them in that moment or as close to that moment as possible within a 3-day period. and it's catching them off guard. So look, it sounds like there's a lot going on right now, Jan. Here's what I can do, because look, I want to respect your time. I have some spaces for a deeper session into the problem that you're solving, and I can clear some time out and take you through a specific name of the consultation session. Like if you're in the anxiety niche, like an anxiety breakthrough session, relationship breakthrough session, a game plan strategy session, whatever you've called it, ideally specific to your niche. Right, the true value is $500. However, I'm giving away a couple for free today because I'm running an offer at the moment. That's your justification. And we'll walk you through. You will walk away with a specific plan of how to get the outcome that you want. So the true value is $500. However, look, I'm giving a couple away for free today because I'm running an offer at the moment, and you'll be walking away with an exact plan of how to get clients on automation, all right, whatever your specific niche is. Right, it's not a pushy sales call. There's nothing to actually buy yet, right, which is the truth. You're leaving knowing the right method to get the outcome that you want. Would you like to book one before I stop giving them away for free? So very simple, specific sorts of language pattern there. And it's easy to get across with, there's some scarcity involved there. There's some value there. And you're going to assess whether they want to do that. So, if they are a non-ideal client, so that was before if they are an ideal client. This is if they're, which was specific, as I said. Sounds like there's a lot going on right now. Here's what I want to do, because look, I respect your time. I have some spaces for a deeper session. If you do want to, get rid of not knowing how to get clients at the level that you want, I can clear some time out and take you through exactly a game plan, get client session. The true value is $500. However, I'm giving away a couple for free today because I'm running an offer at the moment, and you'll walk away with a step-by-step plan of exactly how to get clients in automation. It's not a pushy sales call. There's nothing to actually buy. You're leaving knowing the right method to get the outcome you'd like. And, that's it. Would you like to book one before I stop giving them away for free? Okay, that's if they're an ideal. If they're a non-ideal client, get them to focus on the HVG or the webinar, depending again on what they've opted into. So no worries at all. The reason I called is just because I care about helping people get, the solution to their problem, whatever the solution is to the problem that you are solving. Look, let me send you another link so you don't miss out. And if you change your mind and you want to jump on a free consultation session so that you can get the clarity that you need to get the outcome that you want, I'll put a link for you at the end of the guide. Plus I can send you some emails also if you like. So you're just reminding them of where that call to action is. And you're just, again, having a quick call to say, hey, look, go through the thing that you wanted. And then, maybe if you change your mind, you want to jump on a consultation call, there's going to be an offer at the end of that. Okay. So the text setter message is really simple. Again, just an opener. Hey, Jan, it's Ed here. I saw you thing that they did. All right. I saw you clicked on one of my ads about X or requested a copy of HVG. And I wanted to touch base to see if I might be able to help. That's it, right? Text within first 10 minutes, the below first, and then call if no reply is received. Okay. Second text, did you access? So were you able to access name of the HVG? All right, that's it. And just a heads up, last one, I'm not a robot. So you've done 3 texts all at once. So it's natural. So there is no reply within a 10-minute call, double dialing and previous mention. So call with no pickup, call again right after. So again, 3 texts all at once, so it's natural. Then if no reply within a 10 minutes, call and double dial as previously mentioned. So they've opted in, you text straight away, and then you just start calling, right? PS, not a robot despite my lightning fast messages, LOL. So that's, when you see all those 3 written out, they'll be in your tasking below, they'll make more sense. And as you practice it, it'll make more sense. Okay, so reminder call. This is a message pre the closer. Okay, so for example, you have set up a call, and this is the first reminder pre the closer. Hi, name. I've just seen you've booked in for a strategy session on date. I'm excited for it already. Right. Second reminder. Hi, name. Just wanted to check you received the Zoom link. Okay. It gets sent through Calendly. Please let me know. All right. That's it. Nothing else more to it than that. You're just getting them to reply. All right, how to do the follow-up. First day, double dial, no voicemails as yet. All right, then first day, 3 messages at the same time, video, voice note, message if you want. You can just do text. I recommend sending a video over is even more important. You know, voice notes are almost impossible to ignore. Right, second day, messages again. Right, third day, messages again. Third day, dial and leave voicemail. All right, and then you just repeat, okay? Repeat depending on number of leads going through. Just so you know, some of our team have called people 57 times. And they became a client after that because they were like, wow, these people really do care. So look, it depends on how many leads you got coming through. People go, well, how much do I continue to do that? Again, on how much, depending on how much you need to hit your monthly figure. For example, if you're not at your monthly figure, then you have to either spend more on ads and or follow up more with your current clientele. It's as simple as that, right? It's not rocket science stuff. And look, people can unsubscribe and do whatever they want to do. You got to understand that people have put their details in and they want a solution to that problem. Now they might have got busy. They get overwhelmed. They're like lost on social media. And if you turn up consistently saying, look, I'm here. All right, let me solve the problem. They're like, wow, this person really cares. That's the difference today. So first day, double dial, no voicemails as yet. First day, 3 messages. Video, voice note, message if you want, or you can just do the texts as per. Right, second day, messages again. All right, third day, message again. Third day, 1 dial and leave voicemail. Okay, again, follow the structures as per the follow-up. You can use the frameworks that we did earlier as well. So how to do personalization follow-up, tailor it to them. Like go over and check over on their, Facebook, see what, what they're about. See if you can add anything. Like, I noticed you did this, or for example, it takes like seconds, but it makes a big difference. Think about what they want and link it to what they want. Actually genuinely listen to them. Don't be some sort of robot. And look, as you start to get better at this, you'll start to notice how to do this. I still do personalization videos. I listen to what they've said on a consultation call, or I get my team to pick out individual things, and I get excited about what it is that they're going through. So look at their application and tailor it to them. They're real people. They're real humans. Don't be generic here. Okay, look at any of their socials and tailor it specifically to something that they need. All right, so what this means for the future, you unlock immediate feedback on your ad and your message. The better you get at this, you're going to start to understand your client's problem better. Remember, if the client is not booking through to the funnel, they're not booking enough calls, it means you need to get better, right? It means you don't get bitter, you get better. All right, so you can unlock that immediate feedback on your ad and your message. Remember, the ad is always working. If they're not downloading, it's because the message is not strong enough. You get to test and measure straight away. Right, you have access to red hot data that you can use to get better. Right, you can start making sales straight away. You get people coming in through going, I saw this, I want this. And you get better at understanding how to align your solution to their problem so that they'll want to buy. All right, summary of what we got, what you got. All right, why the set a call process is so powerful, what the set a call process is, how to do the set a call process, how to do the reminder text before they actually book a call to remind them that they've actually done this thing, how to do follow-up, what this means for your future, and tasking to complete now. Okay, tasking to complete now, write out the call setter process and follow-up process so you get it and you can start applying it. Less than 10 minutes, super easy to do. All right, apply this to your daily structure, max 30 minutes per day as you need it. That's it, okay? Write out the following follow-up structure, very important. First day, double dial, no voicemail. First day, 3 messages. You can do video, voice note, message, etc. Second day, messages again. Third day, messages again. Third day, 1 dial and leave a voice note. Again, repeat on the number of leads coming through. If you've only got 10 leads per week, it's easy to do. If you've got 40 leads per week, obviously you're scaling, you've got more cash coming through, right? You've got 100 leads per week. You can start looking at other people to do it for you. Make sense? So that's the follow-up. Remember to write out the call strategy so it makes sense. Remember, they've seen your ad, organic marketing, they put their details in. A percentage are going to book straight away, close them, all right? And a percentage will not book straight away. We're going to call them, and that's the call setter process. Remember, this is not a cold call, all right? It is a warm call, all right? It's a potential client. And you either take them through the closer consultation call or you take time to set them a little bit later So they got the time. All right, that's the full process. Write it out again so you're clear on it. As always, complete your tasking now. We're here for you every step of the way. We got your back. That's how we roll. As always, no matter what happens, never give up on your dreams. My name's Ed JC Smith, and I cannot wait to see you on the next module. Let's go, 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 go.